AI is not something to be afraid of, but it has to be used consciously and thoughtfully. So it is not very useful to just prohibit the use of AI because your newsroom are going to be using it anyway. So you need to make sure that you have a process where people can request the use of applications, that they are thought of how to use it properly, and what are the risks involved into each of the applications that they use. Some applications will get your data back, and some applications will not. Some agreements that you can strike with some of the providers will protect your data much more. So it's important to do it in a thoughtful way and not let for people just to use it willy-nilly. For B2B media, I think is the most exciting potential for AI development, because there is the opportunity of developing very specialized coverage for small sub-segments and niche areas that you couldn't cover before, and suddenly you have a much more user-friendly and a much lower cost to entry in some of the sub-segments that wouldn't have scale otherwise. So AI opens the possibility to develop lots of specialized products, very niche products for audiences that you didn't sell before. Well, it is interesting because AI is not personal, the clue is on the name, but it can be used to know your audience much better. So by knowing your audience, you can tailor products for that audience, and it also can help you separate and customize and enable automatically personalization of different feeds, for instance, that you couldn't do in person. So in this way, it enables a lot more personalization than you had before. Having said that, it's very important to test. There will be differences in approaches between different types of coverage, because some audiences specifically don't like content being personalized, and we've tested this in lots of different publications as well. If you're talking about politics, for instance, they don't want it personalized. They want to make sure that they have the view across different subjects, different points of view as well. So it depends a lot on the type of audience that you have and what are the interests that they have in going to your content. I think the first thing is understanding what is bit of your content is being cannibalized, because there will be parts of the content that will be cannibalized by AI. And it is very nice to say that human touch is very important, which it is, but there will be uses for content that will be offered on chatbots or services in AI that clients would be able to find it themselves, and wouldn't need to subscribe to an information service or a B2B publication to get that. So that type of content can be cannibalized and will be cannibalized. It's always a matter of how can you protect your content and how can you make sure that you add value to your user that takes that into consideration. So I think the main thing is to understand how much of your content is at risk, what makes you vulnerable, and how to mitigate that action, how to mitigate that risk by creating more value around your packages.